Listen, I wanted to start with the offensive side of things. I mean, obviously, you've done everything and more than you ever need to do at the minor league level, and you were prolific. You come up, hit a home run in your first major league game, and then you've had some times where it's been inconsistent. Is there anything particularly that you're working on now to try to increase the consistency, build confidence, or is it just been the process that you're going through?
Yeah, man. I mean, first of all, we're at the highest level in the game, and so the guys are always going to be good over there. But I think for me, the biggest thing coming into this season is working really hard on my top hand and getting that stronger, so I can get the barrel up more out front and start catching more balls out front. I've always been a hitter that can go to the opposite way, but I think this year I've really focused on gaining strength in my top hand, just because as a right-handed thrower and a left-handed hitter, my top hand is my weaker hand.
Were you always a natural left-handed hitter, or were you a right-handed hitter when you were first starting out?
Picked up the bat and started swinging left-handed.
So you've always been right and left.
Yeah, I don't know. I just picked it up and I put my strong hand on the bottom and then started swinging that way. But so this year I've just really been focusing on strengthening this top hand, and I really think that's helped me just be more direct and out front.
Perfect segue. One of the things that I found was really unusual about your technique, your inside out, John Olerud style. I used to make a lot of comparisons in the studio, is that the ball low and in, which is usually the lefty crush ball, you were going on top of or swinging and missing at times and pushing it the other way when you were hitting it instead of driving it. And then very late last year, you started attacking some balls earlier, and I saw the ball driving. So is that more direct to the ball, something that you've consciously been working on?
Yeah, so I think especially for this ball right here, I've always thought, because I've always had pretty high ground ball rates, and I've always hit the ball on the ground just because I'm always like, I'm going to hit it where it's pitched and I'm going to hit it hard. But so when I started to see that ball, I think in my mind I was always like, oh, I need to get under that ball. And so that created an even more like down and get out wide and then get up, and then it's like that topspin hook or that you chop it into the ground or something like that. But in the off season, I've really focused on like almost like golf, like swing down to hit the ball up. And like backspin balls.
And so the top hand showing on the bat, and I'll let you hit a couple at the end. The top hand getting the barrel to the ball on top. Is that what you're talking about? A little bit. I mean, I'm not left-handed, but talking about getting it more top hand to get the barrel to the baseball.
Exactly.
In front.
So I think with me being a right-handed thrower and a left-handed hitter, my left hand was always weak. So I would see that ball, and like my top hand would be a little bit weaker, so it'd be like this, and then the barrel would get down here, and then I'd try to get under that like that. But now I'm really focusing on this being a strong hand, and this really fighting and being the lead guide to get that barrel out front to catch that ball there and swing down to hit the ball up over there.
You've obviously got great power to all fields, but you don't catch as many balls out front as you probably can, and when you do, you can kill them. So this thing's heavy, dude, right?
Yeah, very heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the value of the heavy bat to you? I mean, do you actually use it to make contact with, or you just swing with it?
So what I do with it is I start like with the high pitch away, because that's the one that kind of gives me the most trouble. So I start with 3 over there, and I'll start with like a split grip to really feel my top hand. And so then I'll go, and with the heavy bat, I can really feel if my top hand's working. So, because if it's not, then it's going to drop like that, and I'm going to hit the tee. So I'm not really a huge tee guy, but
I wasn't either. So I appreciate that. And so we'll go. A little low tee middle is something that you would do, and is that something you do? You said with the heavy bat.
I do it like this, and
show me.
And I just get this. I
love the split grip. I used to do that as a drill all the time. That's what kept my barrel up on top of the ball.
Exactly. I feel like especially as a righty thrower, lefty hitter, this keeps me from going like this and losing that top hand and trying to come through like this, and it goes straight down through. And then I'm just trying to, especially with these low middle, I'm just trying to hit the back screen over there. So I'm just here, and I like to do flat foot off the tee, just take the legs out of it and just really work on the upper body and the hands. So I'm just here, and then I'm there.
That's great. Now,
Yeah,
show me just
I especially like the
yeah. You like doing the high drill? Is that?
I like the high tee just because I feel like I am a little bit better at hitting the low pitch, and with the high tee, I really have to focus on staying above the ball.
Pete, a couple of years ago, Pete does a lot of high ball drills with through the middle of the zone, and I think that keeps him on point. All right. Look, that's it, man. I'm looking forward to having a lot of good things to say about you all year long, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
You're healthy. Everything feels good. Hand, thumb,
feels
all
great.
that stuff feels great.
Feels great.
Great.
Well, I appreciate talking hidden with you. Don't sell yourself short either, man.